What's up, Hilltop here. I hope everyone's having a nice evening. Whenever you see this, I hope you're having a good day. Now, I'm going to get into the 149th, no, we just did that 150th principle. It's called LGAB. So this means letting go allows a benefit. And the reason why it allows benefit is because if you're focusing on controlling, or if you're focusing on constraining certain ideas, it limits the FLG principle. So if you allow it to be based on your own SCW or HSCW, then the wisdom will automatically benefit you more. And a logical reason is because, like I just said, you're not fitting into a box in your own mind, thereby concretizing it and causing all the spiritual forces that can sense that opinion and that intention, which is how you understand opinions, from changing and then disagreeing with it. And if you let go and you don't concretize the meaning as much, they will be more open-minded to it, and even more open-minded to accept a point of view found in there that originally would have been too close-minded when you would have decided to concretize it, meaning they wouldn't have agreed with that, but because you relaxed, they ended up having the opinion that you wanted, and so it benefits you. And like a spiritual or even a psychological, pragmatic reason why this happens is because people don't like to be told what to do. People don't like to feel like it has to be this one way. They like to figure things out on their own, to feel like they're doing it. They want to create their own story. And so if they feel like they weren't forced to look at it a particular way, it happens more readily that they're able to be open-minded. And another element to this is that people don't like arrogant people. They don't like people who say things very concretely and have a specific intention. People don't like rigid people. I mean, people may like rigid people in the sense of like a textbook. Like they like people who describe and dissect various pieces of information and get into itty-gritties because it's relevant for their field or for their area of interest. But that's as far as it goes. People don't like rigidity because you feel a little bit too uptight around them. They're uptight, they make you feel uptight. In the same way with the esoterics, that people sense that they are rigid, they're thinking a particular thing, and they have no breathing room, and so they won't be inclined to kind of use that. When you allow flexibility, when you allow letting go, you let go of what did you mean, right? Then it helps things. And the reason why letting go is so important is because it means that you are one with peace, right? You're one with just letting things happen. You're finally putting into action this idea of spontaneity. And if you're so fixated on what did I mean, what did I say, and you're thinking back, you're dwelling on the past, and it messes with the HSCW. It could actually alter your HSCW in the past. But although it's all meant to be, and it's all part of your intuition, and there are various levels of intuition, if you're trying so hard to clarify in your head what you mean, it'll mess with people's understanding as well. So the only time this is inapplicable, and it's unfortunate, is like when you're arguing with someone in a debate. Okay, so it goes both ways. If you're arguing with someone in a debate, right, and they want a specific answer, it depends on the person. And it goes both ways, because on the one hand, if you let go, they will interpret it well. Maybe their ego or their sense of well-being won't feel as antagonized by your viewpoint, because you give off an energy of like, I'm not so attached to this opinion, but I believe it's true, and then they'll kind of like see the truth in it and be okay with it. So the LG has a really big benefit in that way. But if you're in a debate and and you have a specific viewpoint you really believe is beneficial, and the person is going to believe that there's a lot of people that are going to be influenced by the conclusions we draw, in such a case, yeah, you could think back to what you said. But this principle is saying you don't even need to do that, and in fact, it could benefit you more. So this is I'm just exploring this as I'm going. So, for example, if you don't think back about what you said, the FLG aspect and the HSCW that is stronger as a result of not looking back, it's like an electron being in multiple places at once, and the moment you observe it, it's in one place. So as long as you don't observe your own opinion, right, you keep it poetic, you keep it multiply interpretable, allowing other people to interpret in many ways, then you can let them decide, and it will be better for you. It will allow more benefit and more potential for agreement and more harmony in the long run because of that nature of lucidity allowing harmony, right? If all electrons were definitive, we'd have the most rigid world on the planet. There would not be the notion of creativity whatsoever. And there is, because of this multi-dimensional, if you want to call it, or multi-spatially oriented way of existence, where there's no designated place for anything except by our own concretization with observation. But to sum it up, in short, this principle is about letting things be that you've said, because there's a reason for it, right? And by letting it be, it will benefit you more in the long run, with people being less threatened by it and more agreeable to it for various reasons mentioned in this video. That's it. I covered it.